why is it that the Nigerians, like, why is it that the entire continent is against the Nigerians?
I also don't know. Actually, the neighboring countries, like Ghana, still have problems with Nigeria. Yeah, but I kind of think like I don't know. And with me, I'm a Nigerian fan, so I love watching Nigerian movies.
Hold up. Are
In sharing my culture shocks about countries that I've visited, I mean, so far, just been one African country, but I also like to hear other people what their culture shock is about Nigeria, right? It's always fascinating for me because I just want to know, like, what did you find culture shocking here? It's fascinating, So I want to show you some South Africans who were shocked, like what their culture shock was, and not just that, like their narrative and their view about Nigeria. Because let's be honest, Nigeria is always getting the negative narrative all the time, but there is more to Nigeria than the negative aspect, right? And we owe it to ourselves to tell our stories, okay? So for me, I would like to start showcasing that aspect of it on the media, because come on, do you know something that happened? So like in Ghana, I went to Ghana recently, and when I was in Ghana, I had the privilege to attend a tourism event, and someone invited me, my Ghanaian friend, her name is Na. She invited me to this Ghana event with one of the South African, the representative for South African tourism in Ghana. Please, I think I'm missing it up. I'll put a picture I took with him here. And there's something that he said that was so profound, you guys, that made me, I said deep thinking. I think my journey to Accra, I'm so thankful for my journey to Ghana, because it really opened my eyes to a lot of things, which I'm sure you're like, oh, why are you talking about Ghana all of a sudden? Really, Ghana changed my mind, my narrative about a lot of things, which I still have to unpack. So you still see more of Ghana content. You still see more, okay? So he said that why do I have to hear about how great Nigeria is from someone who is not a Nigerian? He was saying that to say that we need to, like, Nigerians need to be more patriotic about our country. We need to start showcasing those aspects of Nigeria, that it doesn't have to hear about how great Lagos is from someone who has lived in London all their lives. So, and that really opened my mind, and it really did something to me, because in my head I'm just like, yes, but wait a minute, why is it that when you go online you don't see a lot? Although there's some people that are now showcasing Nigeria now, there's even this YouTuber that I just recently stumbled on. It's not a Nigerian, it's a Cameroonian, but he's been visiting places in Nigeria and just showcasing the beauty in Nigeria. I mean, Nigeria is so big, but we constantly hear about only the negative side on the media most of the times, but it's up to us to tell about our stories about Nigeria. So in today's video, you're going to hear from some South Africans what they think about Nigeria. We all know, like, the issue with the Nigerians in South Africa and all that, but let's see and let's hear from South Africans. Let's know what they think and what their experience was here in Nigeria. So I hope you enjoy watching. Let's get into it.
I feel like Nigerians abroad are not very good ambassadors for their actual country. I just spent the last 2 weeks in Lagos. And before I planned my trip, so while I was planning my trip, I told so many of my friends that I was going to Nigeria, and a lot of them discouraged me so much. They're like, it's dangerous, you might get kidnapped, like stories upon stories upon stories. And I was shocked, because as a South African, even though I complain about South Africa all the time, I would not discourage anyone from going to South Africa. I'd advise them about their safety, but I wouldn't tell anyone not to go. And a lot of my friends were like, no, like, you would be okay, but it's also that, like, it's super dangerous. There's so many things that could go wrong. And I'm like, is that really the right attitude to have? Things could go wrong anywhere. Things could go wrong in New York. Things could go wrong in Cairo, And yet none of those people would ever discourage you from like coming to see their city. I had the best time ever in Lagos. I love Nigerians. I love Lagos. I had an amazing time. I was going to a friend's wedding. Best 2 weeks. I learned so much. I saw so much. And this is coming off of being in Accra, where I felt like Ghanaians love Ghana. They love Accra. Everywhere I went, they wanted to tell me about like the next most amazing thing about their city, their history. The attitude was so different. And yeah, that's like one of the thoughts that I explored with my friends on this trip. But also, yeah, just in general. I've had a lot of reflections over the last 3 weeks, and I'm going to be sharing them with you all. I did have lots of content that I had like in the moment, which is my usual style of making content, but I also didn't want to be misrepresenting something. I spent a lot of time like asking my friends like, why do you guys do this? Like, what does this mean? You know, just to make sure that I'm not ignorant, because so many of the people that I hold most dear to my heart are Nigerian, are Ghanaian, and I would never want to like misrepresent their culture on a public platform, especially one where South Africans are listening. I'm so misinformed as a people. So yeah, I actually took this trip really seriously, and I had a lot of fun, but I also learned a lot. So yeah, follow my series that I'll be putting together over the next few days.
So I've been in Nigeria for like a week and a half now, and I've been meaning to make videos about almost everything. But I think the one thing that stands out for me is the reception here. I am amazed at the warmth that I have received ever since I got to this country. It even almost kind of makes me feel guilty, because I know that Nigerians in South Africa don't receive this kind of reception. Immediately people know that you're Nigerian, they become suspicious, they even don't give you the like sort of decency. Immediately they know you're Nigerian. The way foreigners are treated in South Africa it's embarrassing, especially when you go out to other countries as a South African and you realize people actually treat you like a guest, even when you're not their guest. South Africans need to travel more. South Africans need to go to other countries, especially African countries, to see how people are warm, welcoming in their own countries. And I'm not gonna say that there's not a lot of things that is wrong in this country. There's a lot, right? And there's a lot of things that are wrong in South Africa too. But it's the people. It's the reception you get. It's amazing. South Africans can learn a lot from traveling. Get out of your country. I feel like South Africa is fast becoming the United States of the world. You know, it's becoming the United States of African countries, feeling like, you know, it's the best thing after sliced cake. Because the way we treat other Africans in South Africa is embarrassing. It's really embarrassing. When I got here, did not expect that people would be so respectful, so welcoming, so warm, so receptive. And when I saw that, I'm like, I was embarrassed, honestly, on behalf of all South Africans. I know that not all South Africans are xenophobic. I'm not xenophobic, but I know a large majority are. We can do better.
Girl, if you think that my house in Abuja is giving wealthy, let me show you something that's going to blow your mind. So I've been in Lagos for just over a week now, and this is the house I'm staying at. This is the first thing you see as soon as you step in the door, and when I tell you I have never seen anything like it, it's basically a palace. It's a palace. Not to mention they have live-in tailors, babysitters, chefs, and maids that come in every morning, afternoon, and evening to ask me what I want to eat, anything at all, and they make everything from scratch, fresh. Like, don't even get me started on their back garden. Just look at the pool, and they have a beach right behind it. What? I've been living my best life.
I'm in Nigeria. Hold up, let's rewind because I must tell you every single little detail. Girl came on speed dial.
Hi. So I hope you enjoyed watching this and getting to hear the experiences that some of the South Africans shared and their perspective about Nigeria. So to tell you that Nigeria is not such a bad place to live in. Yes, there are bad things there, bad people exist everywhere. Every country has its different sides to it, but I believe that it's up to us as Nigerians to tell about the other side. Let's also see the other side, because if it was that bad, then nobody would be living here. Okay, yes, you can say that some people may not be able to afford like leaving the country, but then don't you think that at least people wouldn't even be visiting, but there are still people visiting Nigeria, even with the old news out there? So like, let's just take that cue as to say, oh, Nigeria is not that bad. I have Ghanaian friends that visit Nigeria. I have about 2 or 3. One has even sent me a message. One sent me a message saying, oh, I'm coming very soon because I need to taste the Nigerian jollof so that I can compare myself, because there's always that Nigerian Ghanaian-ish. But then my point is, this is to promoting the other aspects to beautiful places. Very soon we are also going to be touring places. I would love to hear your thoughts. What do you think about these perspectives? Let me know in the comment section. And if you also have experiences about the beauties in Nigeria, like you got your experience as someone who is not a Nigerian visiting Nigeria, please let me know in the comment section. Okay, and until next time, stay proud and keep shining. All right, bye.